Exposed bricks, soaring ceilings, and a gritty industrial vibe. This is in Brooklyn, y'all. We are in downtown Atlanta. And welcome to one of the coolest lofts you probably have never even heard about. That is the Gasket City Lofts. And I'm going to show you a pretty unique unit here inside this building. So if you like lofts and you're on the hunt for a cool one, stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Molly and welcome back to my channel where I talk all things living here in the Atlanta area. And today I am definitely in an urban setting. I am in the downtown area. I wanted to show you what it would be like to live in a cool, unique loft here in the downtown area. So I'm gonna step inside of this building here shortly, show you a cool loft, and then afterwards, I'll show you what's kind of surrounding here, what's nearby. I am right off of Marietta Street. So let me just put this up on a map so you can see where exactly I am at. The Gasket City Lofts is right here off of Marietta. Yeah, we are very close to like where the Centennial Olympic Park is, the Georgia Aquarium, etc. In fact, this is a very close location to a lot of different areas. Like we're less than 2 miles from Georgia Tech. We're a mile to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, 0.3 miles to the Georgia Aquarium, which I said I would go and take a tour of that later with the Centennial Olympic Park. And then it's also close to about like 1.5 miles over to West Midtown if you want to go get a bite to eat over at some restaurants in the West Midtown area. We're also close to 3 different MARTA stations that are probably less than a mile away. And also, if you want to pop onto the Beltline, we're just around the corner. There's about a half a mile away. You can pop onto the West Side Beltline Connector Trail and get over to the West Side Beltline. A couple of things about this Gasket City Lofts building. So this was built in 1945. There are only 30 units, so units don't come up for sale here very, very often. So if you're gonna hold out on this one, you may be waiting a while because there's just not a lot of options here. The HOA is approximately about 32 cents per square foot, so that is much lower than the average that you'd find in Midtown or Buckhead. The HOA does cover water and trash, but you're on your own for all the other utilities. So that's kind of a basic overview of this building. Now, I will say there's not covered parking. It is gated, but it's basically through this gate, and then you have assigned parking spaces. So you don't get covered parking. This is definitely urban city living. One last thing I'll add about the Gasket City Lofts is that, we're right off of Marietta Boulevard, which is not the most scenic of streets. This is definitely going to feel like an urban vibe setting. There's not really grocery stores around. Downtown doesn't really have grocery stores. You're going to have to drive a little bit for a grocery store, but maybe if you live here, you're not a cook anyway, and you just do Instacart. This style is not for me. I've got kids, so I need grocery stores, parks, schools, ice cream shops, that kind of thing. So it's not going to be for my kind of lifestyle, but for someone, maybe you travel a lot and you just want to be, go to the sporting events and you like that kind of entertainment, this could definitely be more of your vibe. And speaking of entertainment, don't forget that in the downtown area, they are building that $5 billion Centennial Yards project, which is going to be entertainment venues, retail, residential, commercial, all that good stuff. So there is a chance for a really good revitalization of the downtown area, making it a little bit more vibrant than it is already. So this could be a great investment long term. But anyway, let's go inside and check out this really unique loft. Okay, so I am in unit 101. It is just right off the entryway, so it's super easy to get to. This is a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath unit, over 2,100 square feet. The HOA is $702 a month. You guys, this place is so amazing. I'm just gonna stop it right there and show it to you right now. Does this loft not scream New York? Okay, if you are moving here and you want a loft, or reach out to me. That's what I am here for, is to help you find a place to call home here in the Atlanta area. And I would love for you to get your hands on this loft. It is beautiful. I mean, it is right off of Marietta Street, which is a highly traveled street. You don't even hear that traffic noise when you're inside this unit. Now, you might have seen that there's a train like literally right outside the window here, but I will say there are city ordinances that the train cannot be blown its horn, and it has to travel through very slowly. So you hear just a very soft hum, and actually you don't even hear the train when you are inside this unit. So pretty cool that you get this like green outdoor private patio space. I mean, the tall ceilings, the original beams, it is just beautiful, and the exposed brick. Now, the spiral staircase, I know some of you don't like spiral staircases. This one's a little bit wider than the ones I've seen in other condo or loft buildings. So this one's really not bad to go down. And I kind of like that the bedrooms are in the basement. It kind of just gives a very cozy feeling. So lots of space. You could put your unique twist on it. The lighting in here is a little bit dimmer, and I don't know how well this is going to translate into my video. There might be a lot of glares and stuff, but I will say it's definitely a moody feel in here. I bet throwing a little party in here would be amazing. You know, doing a little dinner party, having some wine outside. Very, very cool space. So like I said, if you're interested in this unit, reach out to me. I will show you the one amenity that this building does have. It doesn't have a gym and a pool or anything like that, but it does have a rooftop that you can go to. So I will head there next, and then stay tuned because I will give you a little walk down Marietta Street over to Centennial Olympic Park. Now, as I mentioned, there are not a lot of amenities in this building, but one thing that you can enjoy is this nice big patio space on the rooftop. And you can basically see everything from the Midtown skyline all the way down to the downtown skyline, and you can see Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So this is gonna be a cool place to hang out, you know, especially when it's not 95 degrees out like it is right now. You could hang out here, have a glass of wine, a cocktail, or have a little party with your friends, you know, do a little pre-game before you head over to Mercedes-Benz to watch whatever sporting event is playing. So this is a really cool little spot here. Now, like I said, train tracks right behind me here. So if the train's going by, you're gonna see it. It's not gonna be that loud. I was actually very pleasantly surprised with the train noise. It didn't bother me as much as I thought it would. But now, let me just show you how close you are to the downtown area. This is gonna be the very touristy area. If you wanna see a full tour of the downtown area, you can go watch that on my channel. But I'm just gonna walk a few blocks down and show you just how close you are to the heart of the downtown area. All right, so it is blazing hot out here, but I wanted to give you a feel for what it would be like to walk from that loft unit over to Centennial Olympic Park. It's not that far. I will say walking down Marietta Street, not very sightly, I guess you could say, but just a couple blocks in, then you hit some restaurants, and then you run into Centennial Olympic Park, which is a nice, beautiful green space. They have events there. I am in this touristy area with the Georgia Aquarium, which is very popular. We've got the World of Coke, and then we also have the National Center for Civil and Human Rights also right here. So that is one thing I will caution you though of living over at that Gasket City Lofts, is that you are going to be in the thick of a lot of traffic when there are big events in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Over here at Centennial Olympic Park, you're going to be in the thick of that. Maybe a little bit of a distance between you, but you are very close to it. But again, walking distance to green spaces, some restaurants, and there are some MARTA stations, 3 to choose from here in the downtown area. But yeah, guys, that is it. That is my quick tour of kind of what is around the Gasket City Lofts building. What did you think? If you have more interest in that unit, or just in lofts in general, or just wherever you want to live here in Atlanta, I am your gal. That's what I do. Reach out to me. I would love to help you out. But thanks for hanging with me. If you see me out in the wild, make sure you say hello. But you guys, until next time, I'll see you around the neighborhood.